situation here. So let me clarify myself to you. If I don't play Scarlett O'Hara, you won't be playing my agent anymore. Oh, you don't think so? Try me! Leland Hayward was briefly my lover before becoming my agent. Tragically, he excelled at neither. I know what you're all thinking. You all think my behavior is contemptible. You're damn right it is. It has to be sometimes. But it's certainly not something I'm proud of. Well, would you look at that? Excuse me a moment, will you? No, that's all right, Fanny. You can go home now. I suppose the first thing I should tell you about cat burns is that we're all creatures of habit. We rise with the sun, retire by moon, but no matter what Mother and I were doing during the day, Father always demanded that we be home in time to serve tea at 5. And after the final cup was poured, but we did something that families rarely do these days. We talked about everything imaginable, from religion, politics, even sex. And no matter what was discussed, we children were never sent out of the room. See, my parents believed that if adults kept things from children, children would undoubtedly do the same. I'm like that little girl that never really left home, you see? I've come back here every weekend of my life that I wasn't filming. That's very unusual. Very, very unusual. That someone who sort of made it in the big world would come home to her father's house. But this is my paradise. There are no cares or worries here in Fenwick. Why, Tom and I used to... He was quite extraordinary, really. Tom. I know most girls look up to their big brothers, but Tom really was. Why, there was this one time in grade school when an older boy called me scrawny or freaky, or one of those many other names that was called back then, and Tom went right up to him and socked him in the mouth, clenched fist, wham! He was my protector. And I was his little girl. I was his favorite girl in the world. I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Well, when Father bought this house, about 20 years ago, there were only 39 homes built in Fenwick, 38 of which belonged to Republicans. True story. You would walk down the street, and it was like strolling into the cafeteria of a Gentle Life Insurance. The men, Bermuda shorts, wingtip shoes, no socks. The women, starched and stuffy. Thankfully, we imported some more liberals to help tutor our tragically unprogressive friends on subjects like sensible beachfront decor, demonstrative child-rearing, and why geraniums, although a charming flower, can still be overdone. But in all fairness, our neighboring members of the GOP taught us a few things as well, like why chicken and, chicken and cornflakes baked for 30 30 minutes at 350 degrees. Who knew that that could be so flavorsome? See, in my opinion, we're all born Democrats. Those who are lucky enough to make some money become Republicans. Those who don't stay Democrats. Then there are the tragic cases like we Hepburns who have thankfully made a decent living for ourselves, yet remain hopelessly liberal. My parents being a prime example. My father's a doctor. Urologist, really. One of the finest in his field down at Hartford Hospital. Or so he says. But I suppose looking at hoo-haws all day does warrant some bragging rights. But then there's Mother. Now, she is the more important of the Hepburn women, not me. And I'll tell you why. About 30-some-odd years ago, a recently married man brings his pregnant wife in to see Father. She's complaining of severe cramps and unbearable pain, and after a thorough examination, my father diagnoses her with severe gonorrheal periodontiosis. And a few days later, that poor young woman and her unborn child are dead. One hell of a wedding present. Because you see, the footnote to this story is that that young man, the night before his marriage, was dragged to a whorehouse by his bachelor cronies, where he picks up gonorrhea, gives it to his wife, and conceives a child. But the kicker is that this poor young woman died without ever knowing exactly what it was that was killing her, feeling heartbroken and guilty. Well, as soon as my father told my mother this story, she marched down to the Hotel Grand and then became the president of the Women's Suffrage Association. She was instrumental in those years, closing the houses of prostitution, educating people on venereal diseases and birth control. My parents' professions actually complement each other. While Father's busy examining the male genitalia, there's Mother fighting to slip a prophylactic on it. Hello? Actually, Dickie, I'm quite busy at the moment. No, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to take that play of yours and burn it. Every page, every word. Do you understand me? Don't test me, Dickie. If you want to play games, you better damn well remember who you're up against. Say goodbye, Dickie. Oh, you won't? Then I will. Goodbye. My brother Dickie has written a play entitled Sea Air, and apparently he's found a producer for it as well. It's about this self-centered actress who, after being blackballed by Hollywood, moves back to her parents' beach house in Connecticut to mull over a marriage proposal by her millionaire boyfriend. Fiction, of course. Like hell it is. Ugh, stupid brother. Hartford National Bank. Yes, may I please speak to Barbara Donovan? Thank you. Barbara, hello, it's Captain Hepburn calling. Yes, thank you. Oh, you saw a picture? Twice. My, that's very kind of you, dear, very Christian. Listen, I'm currently wiring an allowance of $150 to my brother Dickie's account over there. Yes. Well, I would very much like to stop this arrangement starting today. Thank you. And you have yourself a lovely weekend. I know I certainly will, even if I am alone. But that's the trade-off, isn't it? It's a sacrifice one makes in order to get somewhere in life.